the Lions go 12-4, I'm sending this tape in to ESPN.
One for the champs, baby.
Per game. We don't win in the specific years that I want us to win.
Let's go! I was big on them and so was Chandler.
Because he's not the better player. Watch them play football.
Oh my God! You watched the highlights? Did you watch Johnny Manziel's highlights when he? Whoa, guys! Look at me! I'm gonna go throw the ball.
If Stidham outperforms Newton, Stidham's gonna start. That's all you have. How are you gonna win the division with that? How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to our weekly NHL playoffs episode, where today we're going to be recapping the entire first qualifying round and then giving our predictions for the first couple of games of the first round. My name is Nick Antonakis, and I am lucky to be joined by Andrew DONIS and Chris Scamus, who Andrew just dies in every intro, he said.
Every intro, it's brutal. I can't take it seriously.
It's brutal, dude. You know? How's it going, guys?
Good. How about you?
Yeah. The round robins and qualifiers are over, and now it's time for real playoff hockey. I'm pumped.
Was that your planned response that you had yesterday?
Oh, no, crap. I forgot I had one.
Oh, my. Get the script.
What is it?
I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere, but I forgot now.
All I know is the Flyers are the best team in the East.
It was
pretty clear.
It was something about the Red Sox beating the Blue Jays.
They're not losing a game for the rest of the playoffs.
That's hilarious. They won't lose a game against the Canadians, and then they'll get swept second round.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they'll lose one game. No. Realistically, they're losing one game to the Canadians because Price is good enough to do that. And then, we'll see. I don't know who they're going to play. So,
well, speaking of the Flyers, we do have the round robin. So I say we start with the rest of the round robin teams, kind of go through, break down everything that they did throughout the qualifying games, and then we'll just dive into the next couple of things we have to talk about after that. So let's start with the round robin teams. In the East, Flyers did end up placing in first place. They went 3-0, got the number 1 seed. Lightning get the number 2 seed. Capitals get the number 3 seed. And then the Bruins get the number 4 seed. Like, it was just a reverse order of, like, the regular season standings.
Yeah, exactly.
It's stupid. Why don't we just start with the East, give our overall thoughts, and then we can go into some good games that happened.
All right.
I'll let
Chris start it off.
Yeah, go ahead, Flyers fan.
You go. Oh, you want me?
You're the only Flyers.
The Flyers are the best team in the East. Carter Hart is clearly the future greatest goaltender of all time. I mean, shutting down the Bruins. Then he didn't play against the Capitals. Basically shut down the Lightning. I mean, incredible. And then Scott Laughton scores all these goals. Kevin Hayes spends like 18 years with the puck, dangling around everybody, killing 50 minutes. Perfect pass. Oh, Scott Laughton goal. I mean, the Flyers, they've got like the third liners cooking the best teams in the East. Clearly. Deepest team. Best team. Hottest team. Unstoppable.
Well, I would argue that the Flyers are good, but I wouldn't say that. Like, that's a bold statement right there.
Not a bold statement.
I feel that it's
they finished the season.
You know what, though? I'm gonna agree for one reason. Right now, they do look like the best team because they just beat the 3 best teams in the East. So
okay, but none of those teams are in their rhythm right now. We just saw with the Bruins. We just saw Tuukka Rask say yesterday, "Oh, it's fine. We were gonna have to go through any of them anyway. So now is where real hockey starts."
Yeah, now is where real hockey starts. And
that's what they're gonna say because they
now
lost.
The Flyers get to steamroll the Canadians and have an extra 2 weeks of rest.
I mean, I do agree that the Flyers are probably the best team in the East right now, but I don't think it's a wide margin.
I wouldn't say it's a wide margin, but I would say they're easily the hottest team, at least in the East.
Yeah. They're the hottest team.
They finished the season. They finished the season way back when, very hot, and it looks like they haven't missed a beat. And it looks like every other team, maybe the exception of the Canadians, I guess, has regressed a little bit. They're playing sloppy. The Flyers aren't doing it. All those Scott Laughton, Kevin Hayes, those guys are stepping up. Meanwhile, the other teams, the stars aren't even stepping up. Where's Pasta?
Yeah, the whole
His name
interesting.
offline is
I heard
doing
Pasternak's
anything.
name called like twice.
The only
It's kinda
time he did
sad.
anything was in the exhibition game against the Blue
Yeah,
Jackets.
against the Blue Jackets where we lost 4-1.
Yeah.
Bruins have sucked. It's been awful. Like,
Yeah, we saw some signs of life. They were stepping it up a little bit in the last 2 games, but just not enough at all.
they played
Especially-
better, but like, I don't even think they're taking it seriously. Like at the start of this, before the round robin game started, I was like, okay, Cassidy's probably going to rest some players and not really go for the number 1 seed, but like, you know, he's confident that we'll get like a number 2, maybe a number 3 at the worst. But like, the fact that they didn't care that much to even like rest their players for the next round, like it wasn't smart gameplay. Like, we were starting our best players. They weren't doing anything. We were just wearing them down. Rask was taking a beating on his finger. Like Chris pointed out many times, it was things where he had the issue with the glove, couldn't lock the puck down. He was giving up a lot of rebounds.
Yeah.
And then we still lost. Like, in those games, in the third period, be like, all right. And even all the analysts would be like, all right, let's just not go for injuries. Let's kind of just, like, you know, relax here and make it to the playoffs. Like, if we're going to relax and cruise to the playoffs, why the hell are we starting our best players? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we saw Kache on the ice for the first time, too, since his
I know,
situation.
finally.
But, I mean, he didn't really do anything either. He was up there with Krejci on the second line, and they all sucked, though. No one did anything. It was pretty bad.
DeBrusque had a good goal, but that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice goal between his legs and then 5-hole. That was cool.
But I will give the Bruins this, though. It's not that they're playing against teams who are also playing pretty sloppy, because, I mean, the Flyers and the Lightning and the Capitals all played very good games when they played against us. But, like, being the number 1 seed, you have those expectations. And that's what I hate about having expectations. Like, when we bring it back to 2014, last time we won the President's Trophy, we just didn't perform on expectations. Like, last year, for example, we didn't really have as high expectations, and we went all the way to the Cup final. And then this year, when we're faced with expectations and we're picked as the favorites to win, we can't perform. So,
Yeah, and the
it's kinda
Capitals
sad.
still don't even, I think their second best player, John Carlson.
yeah, they
Right.
didn't even have Carlson.
He's been hurt, and, yeah, they still couldn't even get anything going in the offensive zone.
That's
I don't
stupid.
know.
I mean,
We'll see what happens.
Donis is happy, but we're disappointed.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Just we get to steamroll the Canadians. I love the Canadians. No disrespect, but they suck. They're terrible.
Hey,
They have
got
a pretty
goalie.
good defensive core.
And that's it. They're not good. Okay, like they
Their
were
offense is
they were
pretty
getting
subpar.
outplayed most of those games.
They did beat the Penguins. Never know.
That's true.
But they were getting outplayed. Price was keeping them in it. No way.
Penguins
No.
played awful in that series. We can get into that series more
Okay.
a little bit later, but that was bad. But I mean, the Canadians, I don't think they played a bad series at all. I thought they were playing some good hockey, especially
No, I
Petrie.
thought
Yeah,
they were,
Petrie stood out.
yeah, PG stood out, but I think they were playing decent hockey. But they don't have the talent nor the depth.
No.
beat
I don't think. No.
There's no chance. No chance.
That was bold enough picking them to beat the Penguins, but they're not going to go any further past this.
They're not now. It's over. It's over.
All right. Are we good to move to the West now, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So in the West, we had the number 1 seed, the Golden Knights, finishing at the top of the West. Then the Avalanche getting the number 2 seed, Dallas Stars getting the number 3 seed, and then the Blues, the Stanley Cup champions, getting the number 4 seed. What is going on in the round robin? All the good teams are doing bad.
Yeah, the 2 Stanley Cup teams last
Stanley Cup.
year.
Yeah.
We're the 4 seeds now. It's kind of crazy, but I don't know. The Flyers, who nobody thought other than Andrew, got the 1, even though I did predict it, but we'll talk about that after. And the Golden Knights, which I actually really like, because they have Marc-Andre Fleury, who's playing great, but Robin Lehner really stepped up. He's been playing out of his mind lately. So it's really cool to see that both their goalies are just unstoppable, whereas, we have Tuukka Rask, who couldn't really save anything.
Don't blame it on Tuukka. Come on.
Okay. Dude,
We broke down that Chara goal yesterday. You know that Chara could have easily prevented that.
No, we couldn't have. We said that Chara could have maybe played that better, but no matter what, Tuukka Rask wasn't in position, so they couldn't have. He
Okay, he
saved it.
wasn't in position, but if Char just went boop with his stick, it would have been gone.
Yeah, if he went boop, then the game, we would have won too.
Yeah, we
But-
probably would have, because that's when the momentum shifted.
I didn't even see this game. By the time I woke up, the game was
No.
over.
Let's-
Oh my god! Woke up at 3
Andrew.
p.m. Jesus
Sure,
Christ!
we'll go 3.
The
Oh my
puck was
God.
going past the goal, kind of slowly, and Rask the whole net was open. He wasn't in position, and then Chara tried to like skate away with it instead of just hitting it away, and so TJ Oshie kind of just whacked at it and it went in. But
Stupid ass play.
yeah, it was terrible.
Oh
Just
my God.
miscommunication because Chara had no idea Oshie was there. They
He was
said
there, yeah.
Rask wasn't in position. It was just all awful.
Yeah. But I would say this: if you're a Blues fan, I would be much more worried than a Bruins fan would be right now, because the Blues. I mean, not saying that the Bruins haven't been on a slip as of late either, because when you think about it, they also lost their exhibition game. Blues and Bruins have both gone 0-4, right? Blues haven't gone to
Yeah.
win, have they?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Now I can't remember. I'm going to look it up just to make sure, but I'm 99% sure that they've gone 0-4 in the bubble so far. And I think that the worst thing about it was the fact that they ended up losing to the Blackhawks. Like, that was kind of like the beginning of the end for them in this round-robin format. Like, they lost to the Blackhawks, then it just went downhill from there.
But at least they got a point because they took it to a shootout against Dallas, whereas the Bruins couldn't do anything with that. They
I
couldn't
love
get to
I wish
They
there
could-
was shootout in playoff hockey. I know there was in the round robin.
Well,
technically.
Yeah, it's not in playoffs because we saw the Maple Leafs Blue Jackets game. That was continuous overtime. But
Like
yeah,
I love watching shootouts. Unless it's the Flyers. No, none of that.
and the
but-
Bruins. The Bruins
When it's
awesome.
when it's teams
Regular.
I don't care about, so much action. Every play, it's like every play is important.
The Tampa Bay versus Washington shootout was awesome. That was really fun to watch.
Yeah, okay, they lost. They lost all 3 of their
Yeah.
games. All right, I was just making sure I
But
didn't
they
mess
did
that
get
up.
a point because they went to a
Yeah,
shootout.
they did get a point against the Dallas Stars. I think they got 2 points, actually, because I think
Oh, did
another
they?
game went to overtime. Did it?
I have
Game
no
against the
idea.
Avalanche? No, it didn't. I'm sorry.
No, they ended up with 1 point.
Yeah. But, Blues are slipping. The Stars just played kind of like average. I mean, they kind of came alive in that game against the Blues, but before that, they're kind of just like, eh.
I'm excited about the Golden Knights being this good because, they're an expansion team. What about the Seattle Kraken? What if the Kraken turn out to be dirty, just like the Golden Knights? All of a sudden, for the next 5 years, we've got 2 powerhouse teams came out of nowhere.
I mean, the
Crack
Golden
house.
Knights went to the Stanley Cup their very first year. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, really. The
Very good.
Kraken do that. That's going to be
No,
kind of weird.
that's
I don't like that. 'Cause
don't
then
like them. They haven't even been invented yet.
No, I'm saying I don't like that if they come out of the gates and they're that good because that really
Oh, okay.
kind of, I don't know, all these other teams that are rebuilding and going through all this process, and then they kind of just come out of nowhere and are really good.
Mhm.
The Golden Knights, I like them, but if the Kraken do the same thing, that'll kind of just be a little sketchy for the NHL.
Yeah,
Yeah, but right, you gotta that show making these expansion teams. Every
Yeah.
city's gonna ask for one.
I know. They're done now. They're just going to leave it with 32.
Which is good because it was on either
Yeah,
now.
All right, and then the Colorado Avalanche getting the number 2 seed. They also played really well. McKinnon's playing really good. I'm excited for this Avalanche team. I think they could make a push to the Cup.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they're gonna meet the Flyers in the.
Flyers in the
Flyers,
Cup final.
You heard it here. As of Monday, August 10th, the Philadelphia Flyers will win Game 6, 4-3 in overtime against the Colorado Avalanche.
If that happens, I'm going to pay you
Mark my word.
$100.
Really nothing.
I'm paying you
Mark my
$100
words,
if
about
that
like 50
happens.
predictions.
Really?
I'll text Chris 30 NFL
Actually, do I
predictions.
really want to do that? Because if it happens, then I'm going to be really mad that I just lost $100.
I mean,
I'll say I'll
the
pay you
chance-
$10. I'll pay you $10 if that happens.
Sounds good. The chances of it happening are one in I don't want to do the math, but a lot.
Dude, if that happens, you're just recorded in history as the best Nosebleeds cast member ever.
I mean, I think I've already cemented that role as the kid.
Oh,
Wow.
The kid who cuts in and out of every episode. So
oh my god! All right, and then
Here first.
the Golden Knights. Anything else we want to add about the Golden Knights? They've been playing well, but
yeah, they're very good. They're hot.
they're gonna play the Blackhawks first round, which will be good. But other than
How did the Blackhawks and the Canadians win?
we'll get to that. What?
What do you mean? I picked the Blackhawks.
I know you picked Blackhawks,
I
not
picked
picked
the
Canadians.
Canadians too.
But like,
I picked neither.
Yeah, Nick stinks.
but like, I saw
I'm
like
doing really
NFL
bad
playoff tier
predictions.
list, and they were like, haha, good luck, bottom tier. They were like 3 empty tiers.
Yeah, they said you should be home right now. That was the tier
just
list.
Go home or whatever, and then
I was
And
telling
they-
Nick too. That's the thing about hockey. It's not like basketball where some
The best
crappy
team
team can't really make a push. Where hockey, anything can happen. I mean, the worst team could end up going all the way. I mean, even the Blues last year, right? They weren't predicted to. Do
They were in
well
last place in January last year.
Yeah, they made a push and ended up winning the entire thing. So anything can happen. That's why I love hockey.
Me too. Yeah, it really is entertaining. And we've been so lucky with like the bubble format and stuff. Like we've had some really good games.
I like the
Yeah.
Did you guys see the I don't know what it was on. I think it was on NBC. They gave us like a tour of the bubble. That place was sick. They had like the whole hotel.
I know, yeah.
These are
Yeah,
ping
it's
pong
cool.
tables. It was like one huge like Cape Cod hockey tournament, but like with poker instead of knee hockey. It's crazy.
Oh my god. Speaking of teams though speaking of the bubble, I should say, like the MLB is just kind of failed the whole coming back thing. So
No.
with
that's
that on our minds, I say that maybe we move into the clear the bases segment and talk some
Good.
baseball because we've had some entertaining stuff go on in the past week. So let's go to the Nosebleeds podcast, clear the bases segment. So we had, first of all, let's start with some Astro news. We'll go with the Astros getting beat up again.
Everybody
Against
hates
the
the
A's.
Astros.
good.
Everybody hates the
Deserve
Astros.
to be hated. They deserve to
Yep.
be hated.
Chris, why don't you start this off and explain the whole scenario because you're the expert on the Astros fights.
Yeah, so this time it wasn't really about the cheating as it was the last time. It was more of the Oakland A's. I still forget the guy's name. He's kind of irrelevant, but
Ramon Loren or something like that.
Lorenzo?
no.
Ramon Laureano.
Yeah.
Okay. So the A's hit this guy twice, and so
Astros
he was
hit
kind
him.
of the Astros. I mean, hit him. Yeah, sorry. Which is different than usual. Usually the Astros are the ones getting beamed, but it was the opposite. And he was kind of complaining to the umpire. He was
This is
like,
the first year they were betting on something.
he was like, get rid of this guy because you should be ejected. Usually after 1, you get a warning, and then 2, you get thrown out. But they didn't. So he started screaming at him, and then the Astros manager was getting into it with this guy, and then he just, I don't know what he said. They still don't really know. But he
He
charged
did this. He was like, come at me.
Yeah, but I think he said something too, obviously, to make him do that.
Well, no, obviously.
And then he charged at him, and then a few Astros players got in the way, and then bench clears. So, I mean, it's really frowned upon right now because of Corona. So this was a big deal for the MLB because you don't want people in each other's faces
Maybe
like
if they're in
that.
a bubble, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But
I
Yeah,
know,
but-
exactly.
I don't get why they were so against the format. Like, why not just break it into
Oh, because we gotta have old classic Fenway Park games going on, guys. Like what? Nobody cares where you're gonna play. There are no
I want to
fans.
see baseball. I don't want a notification every day. Phillies versus Yankees postponed. Blue Jays versus Phillies postponed.
I
Blue
know.
Jays will have a doubleheader.
Exactly.
Just do a bubble like every other sport is doing. And then who knows what's happening with the NFL. Eagles are like terrible linebacker. One of their linebackers missed the opt-out dates. He's like, oh, guess I'll retire at 26. Hopefully the NFL does some kind of bubble so that can happen. But MLB's been basically a disaster as far as Corona goes.
Yeah. They're struggling for sure.
It's sad, honestly, because like, I mean, for now it's kind of working. Like, it hasn't been too bad. Like, it could have been much, much worse.
As a Phillies fan, it's been very bad.
I mean, like
the Phillies have
COVID
gotten-
wise,
But
they
the
could
Phillies
all
have
have
gotten
COVID by
screwed
now.
COVID.
Well, I
But
mean,
they
every team's playing right now. I mean, the Marlins are back. They called up
Yeah.
a bunch of guys from the minor leagues, and
Oh my
they're
god.
everyone's still playing, so it's still good. And the Marlins are actually playing well, which is shocking. They lost yesterday, but they went on like a 3-game win streak after that with all the crappy play.
Phillies are
What a
terrible.
world.
Run over
Yeah.
8-0.
All right,
But-
so I mean, like, the thing that pisses me off the most about the Astros thing is that like the manager was egging him on. Like that was stupid. Like,
They
be
haven't said
professional
it
and
yet,
don't.
but he should get a suspension. He probably will.
And he would have gotten his ass kicked. Why was he calling him on to fight him? Like he had to have 4 Astros players stand in front of him like a wall and just like block him down. He knew he was getting
Yeah.
beat if he let him go through.
I like fights in baseball. They make
Yeah, I love it.
Me too,
I love
but
Exciting.
Jose Batista running at what did we run at?
Odor.
Yeah, at Odor on the tech.
Yeah.
Boom. That was
Rudy
great.
Odor. I hate him.
Right. That's what baseball needs. Baseball needs excitement.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
like we talked about it last time too with the other Astros fight, and it's really just baseball's boring compared to other sports where it needs some action. It needs something to spice it up where people, like the young people, want to watch it and be like, oh yeah, this is awesome, so exciting, want to see what happens in the next Astros game, but MLB's trying to stop it. Who knows why? I mean,
Yeah, and the MLB does a terrible job of like marketing itself. They like take all MLB content down. It's like, no, like they're giving you free advertising everywhere.
why did you do that?
Exactly. The NFL, like they encourage that. NBA encourages like people reposting. stuff.
Reposting. Yeah.
Yeah.
MLB
Sure.
tries like taking out. Like, why? It's free advertising. It's gonna make you more money in the long run.
mhm.
It's stupid. But I mean, I think the one difference between this and the Joe Kelly incident last week is that this one was kind of like the Joe Kelly segment last week or whatever was kind of like, that like blew up on social media for like, oh, they're like, oh, this is hilarious. It's like making fun of the Astros, whatever. This one was kind of more like blowing up for the reasons that you don't want it to. Like, I mean, there was obviously like that entertaining aspect that people were like, oh yeah, this is sick. But then other people were like, oh, well, then that's spreading the virus as well. So, if it, like DONIS said, if this was in a bubble, there would be no questions asked. Like, it would be fine.
Yeah.
People would be entertained. But either way, the MLB would be trying to tear it down. But still, at least the fans would be enjoying.
Mhm.
So,
MLB is way too focused on keeping everything traditional.
I know.
Exactly. That's a good way of putting
No, you gotta add some spice.
And I think this COVID, the virus has helped them a lot. Like, it's forced them to get a shorter season. It's forced them to kind of like
7
endorse
games,
these
double
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the shortened season this year too, because I was telling Nick, I mean, every game matters now.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
That's the thing about baseball is, I mean, you could just have like a 5-game stretch where none of those games matter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like the reason football so much is like every play matters basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. 16 games.
Baseball.
Or not
Yeah,
even
16
extra,
games.
right? With the bye week.
No, 16 games. 17
Yeah, 16
weeks.
games.
Oh
17
yeah,
weeks.
16 weeks. Yeah, that's what
Soon
it
it'll
is.
be 17 games.
Fantasy
Not this year,
game.
next year.
Really?
Next year, yeah. Next year it's going to be
Right.
17 games.
How are they going to do that? Because they have the. I don't get it. I haven't. You
Then
have
they'll cut down the preseason, I think, to 3.
no, but I don't get who they're going to play because you play your own division place. You play everybody, the team in the same place in your conference. You play a division from your conference and a division from the other. I don't get where the other game's going to come from.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just a random every year.
Maybe it's like someone from the other conference. I don't know.
Anyway, I think we've exhausted the Astros, so now we'll move on to some actual baseball games. We had the Blue Jays versus Red Sox series that was kind of headlining the past couple of days. Alex Verdugo, who's been playing very well for the Red Sox so far. And
Definitely.
I didn't even know he was acquired in the Mookie Betts trade. That's how uncultured I am with baseball. But, like, that's a great addition considering.
It was pretty cool too. There was an interview, and they asked him, is he trying to fill Mookie Betts' shoes, and is he nervous with all that? And he said that he wants nothing to do with Mookie Betts, and he's his own player, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And that he plays with his own style, and he doesn't want to be associated with Mookie, which is pretty cool. I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but Red Sox ended up winning the series 2-1.
Yeah, you were pissed yesterday.
2 home runs from Mitch Moreland to win it with a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th inning. Disappointing, but to say the least. Go ahead,
you
Nick.
were. Yeah, you were clearly upset about that yesterday, which was it was pretty funny from a Red Sox fan, whatever standpoint. But I mean, I don't think this is a place to lose hope in the Blue Jays because everybody's kind of lost to everyone at this point. Like the Red Sox lost to the Orioles, then the Red Sox can beat the Blue Jays. Like it's so back and forth. So I don't think it's a huge deal to just like lose a 1-3.
Yeah, there's not many clear good teams. You know what I mean? Like there's no best team right now, other than
except
I guess
the Yankees, really.
Yeah.
But still, they're losing to Tampa
somehow
Bay. They
pull off
lost
winning against the
2.
Yankees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah, there's no.
that's
There's
the
no
thing.
six.
Everybody's like
Wait.
splitting with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty
Except for
weird.
the Phillies. Phillies suck. They've only
Oh,
played
I
10
guess
games.
the A's are really good. I didn't really notice. They're 12-4.
My brother announced yesterday he is opting out of the Philadelphia Phillies fandom for the year and will be signing with the Oakland Athletics.
Oh, jeez.
Athletics played well. They beat the Astros, right? In that
Yeah,
game that the
they're
fight was in.
12-4 right now.
Yeah, they've been playing well.
Yeah, he's been an A's fan his whole life. The Phillies are terrible. He's ditching them, which I would do, but no.
I'm gonna call up
I
Alex.
would never Philadelphia team.
Yeah, we're calling him out right here.
Except the Sixers. I want to betray. Should I go get him?
Yeah. No,
he's
it's
at golf.
Oh my god. All right. Any other
Don't
baseball
remember
topics
this.
you want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about
not much. And it's just been pretty same old, except for the Astros fights.
Yeah, some pretty average baseball this past week. So that was clear the bases. Hope you enjoyed a little baseball segment. Now we'll move on to some more playoff hockey. So let's move into the the Canadians. Love that.
Nope.
Let's move into the qualifying round playoff series. All of the series is wrapped up at the perfect time. We had games wrap up yesterday, and then we have today where we're recording the podcast on Monday, and then games start again tomorrow. So we have the perfect little gap here to break some news to you all. So by request of DONIS, I think we have to start with the Penguins and Canadiens series. Last time we were here, we left off at game 1 where the Canadiens won. I said there's no chance in hell that they will win this series. Penguins are going to win 3 straight and then just win. But they did not. Penguins won game 2, but then the Habs came back and won game 3 and 4, shutting down the Penguins. Matt Murray is so bad, and the Penguins are a disappointment.
Yeah, I did have it going to.
hope they don't get the first overall pick. I will.
Oh, if they get the first overall.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I will die. I can't. No, not another dynasty. I don't want another Sidney Crosby getting drafted. All right, none of that.
That
Yeah,
would be
I had the
funny.
game going to
That would-
Maybe
five.
they blew it on
First time.
purpose.
No way.
Why
would they do that?
No, they're not gonna have that good of a season and then intentionally tank.
Why are the
Yeah, they're
Canadians
the
trying to
5
win
seed.
that series, though, when you think about it?
Because this happens sometimes. Sometimes
They had a
management.
chance at Lafreniere or whatever his name is.
Think about the Dolphins last year. The management literally tried to tank. They traded away everybody for picks. But the players, Fitzmagic, they got to prove themselves. So they play out of their mind. And when they want it that bad, they want to prove themselves come contract time, especially in hockey, these guys aren't making a lot of money.
Yeah,
Compared to baseball, like the third stringer is making $7 million.
that's true.
Hockey, the stars get paid 5 to 10. So,
No,
these guys got to prove themselves.
Like 10.
Like 10, but,
Still. Yeah.
not like baseball where Bryce Harper bats 4 times a game and makes $30 million a year.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's because they have a lot of revenue from all the ticket sales.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway, Carey Price just dominated the series.
He's so good. He's so good. That's why we have a shrine for him downstairs.
The Carey Price shrine.
Carey Price shrine.
Both of your goalies, Andrew. Carter Hart and Carey Price.
I know, you lucked out.
Yeah.
Crazy. Big, the two best goalies in hockey going against each other this series.
Yeah, I'll say that. Okay, sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, I meant that.
I mean, like, Carey Price is definitely one of them, but I don't know about Carter Hart.
Yeah, I mean, Carter Hart's very good right now, but I don't know if I'd consider him one of the best.
Well, I thought you meant right now.
Right now, maybe.
We'll say two hottest goalies right now. For sure.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, Sidney Crosby just didn't play well. The Penguins just didn't play well. Matt Murray didn't even start Game 4.
Crosby got eliminated on his birthday. Oh, no.
Oh, dude. That's kind of stinks.
Yeah. What a loser. Honestly, that's sad for the Penguins.
He's never done anything for that franchise. Such a bust.
Wow. Yeah, he's done nothing. He's won 0 cups, 0 MVPs, nothing.
Nothing. I don't know.
All right. Anyway, but it was disappointing. I don't know what the Penguins are going to do. Do you think they'll make like a front office change or something? Because that's bad.
I don't think so.
They played really well in the regular season, though. It was just
I know, but see, that's the thing. It doesn't matter. Last year they played really well in the regular season, then they got swept by the Islanders in the first round.
Yeah, I guess.
And then this year they lost to a team that shouldn't have even been a playoff team.
Yeah, statistically the worst team to make the playoffs, probably ever.
That's so bad. That's terrible. Imagine that was the Bruins. We would be livid. We would be chanting Fire Cassidy.
You guys have won less games in the bubble than the Penguins have, so I don't want to hear you talking smack.
Wow. All right. Well, at least we're still in the playoffs.
I mean, you say that like my teams aren't in the playoffs.
Yeah, what?
Well, you know what?
My 2 teams
Penguins
are in the
fans
playoffs.
out there.
And after this series, one of them is guaranteed to be in.
Well, I mean, it was a twist definitely from out of nowhere. So good for the Canadians, but
not out of nowhere. I knew it was coming.
I know you predicted that.
You laughed at me. You called me a madman.
Yeah, I said you were crazy, but
you
were right.
I mean, I had it going to 5. I just didn't think the Canadians were going to be able to pull it off.
I think I had it in 4, right?
Price might get worn down by then. I get tired of bailing them out.
Yeah, I had Pens in 4. That's stupid. Anyway, now let's move on to the Rangers versus Hurricanes series. Hurricanes were up 1-0. By the time the video went up, they're already up 2-0 in the series. And then the final nail in the coffin, they got swept. There was a bunch of memes going around Instagram everywhere just saying that the Rags in 3 thing, and then there's just the James Reimer and stuff. Like, it's sad. Like, I mean, I like the Rangers, but like, you know,
poor Lundqvist.
It's too bad. I know. I feel so bad for him. He played really well in games 1 and 2, in my opinion. Well, but you know, it's too bad. James Reimer.
Do you think Lundqvist is getting towards the end of his career?
I think he's going to leave New York.
Really?
Because they're going to keep Georgiev and the other one who started over him.
Yeah.
Where do you think he'll go?
I don't know. Like, if he's going to go anywhere, it should be to a contender, right? Like, why would you go to the Devils or something?
You go to the Flyers. Brian Elliott's only good against the Capitals. Other than that, he sucks. So.
Yeah, but you don't.
But why would he go to the Flyers? He doesn't want to back up.
He's getting old. He's getting up there.
But
I know, but if he wants to split,
he's probably going to want to split.
If anything, he's going to split with somebody. Like, he's not gonna back up.
That's true.
Have him come to Boston. I'm fine with that.
No.
He'd have like 4 goalies. No, he should go to Washington. Because Holtby's on his way out.
Well, yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, Holtby is thinking about leaving, right? Or they're going to trade him or free agency, I think. What is it? Something like that.
I think he's going into free agency.
They need to get rid of him no matter what they do in some capacity. Get him out of there.
So inconsistent.
Well, I think Holtby's really good. Hasn't been
He's
playing.
Inconsistent.
That's true.
He played well yesterday.
He's still dirty in NHL 17 though, which is the latest version I have because I was game sharing with Chris. It's like, oh, it turns out I was game sharing with someone else, so like you can't actually play it. But in NHL 17,
Yeah, you got to throw that out there on live.
yeah, I gotta throw that out there. I'm halfway through GameStop. Like, what is this?
Wow.
I got my career set up and everything.
Dang, my bad.
But I mean, besides, Lundqvist just, not getting it done or whatever, he didn't even start game 3. So, but, it's disappointing for the Rangers, but they have a bright future.
Mm-hmm.
And the Canes are looking scary. Reimer played super well. He had like 38 saves. He had that crazy save. What's it called? Aho played really well. He had that great goal on the breakaway or whatever. That was dirty. And then, and now they're playing the Bruins. Wonderful. You get to play the best team that's left in the playoffs.
The Bruins have to come out hot. They can't do this stuff where they're starting off slow and then trying to pick it up towards the end. They need to really get it going right from the beginning to make a run against the Canes.
No, yeah. Oh, you can only hope for the best, That's the thing. But, Canes are looking good right now. All right, and then I think we should move to the other side of New York. We have the Islanders and Panthers series, which started off good for the Islanders, winning games 1 and 2. Panthers started to make a comeback and trying to win out game 3, but they ended up losing in 4. Islanders take away game 4. It was a pretty dominated game by the Islanders, and now they're moving on to face the Capitals in the next round. But, the Panthers made a comeback. Bobrovsky started playing a little bit better, especially in game 3. I think the Panthers played a good game.
I hate Bobrovsky.
I know. He's so inconsistent, especially now.
Terrible on the Flyers. And then a couple of years ago, finally he gets off the Flyers. He's like dirty. Where was that?
And now he sucks again.
Where was that,
He's making like $20 million down in Florida, and he's not doing anything for them. But, it was a good series overall. Islanders played well, but, I think that the Islanders are obviously one of those, like, definite first-round exit teams. Like, they're not going to beat the Capitals.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but we said that about the Canadians, too. Or you did, Nick.
I know, but, like, the Canadians were just kind of –
did not.
Yeah, Nick.
You.
The Canadians kind of just had, like, a March Madness type upset thing, but – the Islanders, I think, they have some talent, but they're just not good. Like, they don't have a star like Carey Price. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, I guess. But,
yeah.
I don't know. You think they're going to sweep 4 games?
No. I think it'll be in, 5 or something like that, but.
Yeah.
All right,
and then we move on to the last series in the East, probably the most entertaining one. The Blue Jackets versus the Maple Leafs. Blue Jackets took game 1. This series was back and forth. Leafs take number 2. Jackets come back from 3-0 down to win game 3 in overtime.
No.
Then Leafs come.
Other way. Correct.
No,
oh,
and
really?
then,
I didn't.
No, and then in game 4, the Leafs came from 3-0 down to win game 4 in overtime.
Appeared 3 goals.
Yeah.
Austin Matthews game-winning goal. My brother's talking so much smack, and Austin Matthews gets the game-tying assist, game-winning goal in OT. Oh, he hates Austin Matthews. I don't know why.
And then the Maple Leafs had so much momentum, so much heat going into game 5, and then they lose 3-0. Because of course.
And they lost. Yeah.
They suck. That's
of course. You come back.
Like, I was watching Leafs fans' reactions to it this morning. Like, they were just at a point of, like, disappointment. Like, they weren't even like, oh, we had that in the bag, like, other years, like they did against, like, the Bruins or whatever. They were just like, yeah, we're not good enough anymore. Like, it was defeating. Like, it's sad.
Even I had
I agree.
And come back in overtime.
Chris, you're cutting out a little bit.
I am.
Chris.
Wait.
Yeah.
We cannot hear you.
Am I good now?
All right, wait, you're coming back.
You're good now.
Am I better?
Go for it.
All
A
right.
little bit.
What did you hear? Anything or no?
I heard.
All right. I have some friends in Toronto, and after Game 4, I texted them because that was amazing. And so right after, it was kind of shocking that they were like going into Game 5. That's like a Game 7, and they always end up choking, and they had no faith at all of winning. So it's pretty crazy, yeah. Like you said, Nick, it's defeating for Toronto fans.
Yeah, honestly, it's disappointing. Like the Maple Leafs have so much talent around them. Like I heard this morning, one of the Leafs fans I was watching, he was like, he wants Nylander, he wants Marner, all gone, Barry gone. He wants them gone.
I don't know about that.
What? No.
He wants them.
I mean, they're
He wants them to trade Marner, trade away Nylander. He said they were on summer vacation.
I love
I thought
Marner.
Nylander played well.
Personally,
Not
Marner's
in Game
probably
5.
my favorite Maple Leaf.
I don't, Marner.
Yeah.
What is happening? Why is Chris's Wi-Fi so bad today? He always has the best Wi-Fi.
Really?
Oh, now his camera turned off.
Yeah.
Oh wait, now he's back.
Am I
I
better
don't like
now?
William Nylander. I
yeah,
watched
it's a little
Alex
bit better.
Nylander when he was on the Rochester American.
Yeah, I have a different device that I'm on today, so it might be wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, but anyway, I mean, you're back now, so it's fine. But
Cool.
Maple Leafs. It's disappointing. I don't know what they're gonna do. You think they should go for like the complete rebuild? Not the complete rebuild, but like keep their core like Tavares and Matthews.
I definitely
But
think
like
they should.
they gotta break it down and just start over. This is not working.
They have so much talent on that team. For them to miss the playoffs, it's
How?
hard.
How do you lose to the Blue Jackets who lost all of their talent last year?
Yeah.
Tortorella wins Coach of the Year for rioting.
He
has to.
filthy at coaching.
Yeah.
He's the best coach in the
He nearly,
NHL
killed
easily.
Dubois and then goes for a hat.
Oh yeah, when he was with the Canucks, remember he got into a fight with the Flames locker room that time?
Yeah.
Legend.
That's
So we
kinda
need.
crazy,
He's
but-
a good coach. He gets angry at players, holds them to a high standard. Brett Brown doesn't do that.
See, that's what I said. Even though I didn't,
Sixers coach.
even though I didn't have the Blue Jackets winning that series, I remember when it was time to predict for Game 1, I said that Tortorella is pissed and he's motivating his players.
Yeah, you did.
So,
We move into the
Anyway,
West.
what'd you say?
Should we move into the West now?
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. So we'll start with the Blackhawks and Oilers series. Chris getting this one right. Blackhawks not only winning Game 1, but then Oilers win Game 2. Blackhawks win Game 3 and 4, similar to the Canadian series, but both 12 seeds not only won the first game, but they won the series against both of the number 5 seeds. That's insane.
I feel bad for McDavid because I thought he played well.
He did play well.
Yeah. I mean, he had a hat trick.
Especially in Game 2 and 3. He was really going off.
Yeah.
I think the
Alright.
So
are kind of in the same situation as the Maple Leafs, where they have a lot of talent, but they usually come up short.
And Alex Nylander, legend.
I'm happy that they got in now. And hopefully they can make a decent run.
I know. I mean, it's going to be tough against the Golden Knights, but I think they can push to a couple games, maybe 6. But I mean, I can't doubt on them because the last time I did,
I like them a lot.
they won, so I can't. But
Yeah.
He died in the Canadian.
Yeah, but I mean, like Donis said, or like Chris said too, Maple Leafs are kind of a similar team to the Oilers in a fashion, but I feel like the Oilers have more time to turn it around is the thing. Like the Maple Leafs, even though McDavid was drafted a year before Matthews, right? Like, who knows how much time Tavares has left on the Maple Leafs? This is the question. And then,
Oh yeah, Maple Leafs.
and then with the Oilers, for example, they have Draisaitl and McDavid. They're both young guys, so they'll have them for a while. So, They obviously have some more time to turn it around, but still, it's disappointing losing to a 12 seed.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and then I guess we'll move to the Canucks and Wilds. After game one, we were all kind of like very negative against the Canucks. We were all like, oh, Wild and 5, whatever. I think one of us even had Wild and 4. I forget.
Did I predict that?
I think, Andrew, did you have Wild and 4? I think you did.
Oof.
I had Wild before.
I'm pretty sure I had Canucks.
I don't know.
I thought I chose Canucks because I've always over Wild.
I had Wild.
Donis-
So is this true
Donis
that Nick has a terrible record and has 7 points?
Yeah. Because I got – how's that cheese? That's the point.
How does that work?
That's the point of the two systems.
Jeez.
Because
Only
you can
Nick's
get
freaking
rewarded for
double.
predicting the series right. Like, let's just say you had Leafs in 5, right? And you had Leafs 1, Blue Jackets 2, Leafs 3, Blue Jackets 4, Leafs 5. And then it was just in reverse order. If the Leafs still won the series, you would get 0 points.
Andrew's cutting out.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
Donis had Wild in 5. Anyway, we're going back to the Wild. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I had Wild.
So
before.
after game 1, the Wilds just kind of, they fell apart. Canucks won games 2, 3, and 4. So Canucks obviously looking good going into the next round. They're going to have to play the Blues, which will be tough, but maybe they can give the Blues a run for their money because they've been struggling so much.
Yeah. We'll see. They have a young core, so I'd be excited to see that.
Yeah, Pettersson's been playing really well. So be interesting to see. Markstrom's been in. Like, I mean, he could be better, but,
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. And then we'll move on to the Coyotes versus Predators series. Coyotes getting the win in this one. I predicted it. So kudos to me. Coyotes got game 1. Preds game 2. Coyotes game 3. Coyotes game 4. Like I said, Predators are washed. And I was right. They're just – I mean, Saros, I'm glad they started Saros over Rene because I think Rene would have done worse. But,
really?
Even though
I was
Saros
kind of disappointed with that too. I like Pecorine.
I like Pecorine,
I like
but
Pecorine.
he's almost 40 years old.
I guess. But
Brady,
so
40. Brady's 42.
Rene's 42?
Oh. That's Brady.
Oh, Brady. That's very different. Brady's possibly one of the best athletes of all time. Pecorine's just some goalie.
It's also this. I mean, a goalie's taking pucks at like 100 miles an hour at their body, where Brady's being protected by an entire offensive line and barely gets touched usually.
When he does, he gets mad.
Anyway,
Bro, Jonas is lagging so hard. All right, we're just gonna continue with this. Coyotes, like I said, they're a young team. I can still hear him sometimes. But Kemper played well in net. Taylor Hall played pretty well. Phil Kessel played really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like this Coyotes offense. Who?
Kessel.
Uh-oh. Donis left. Oh,
he's probably rejoined.
Yeah. Are you back?
Made my return.
Nice.
I didn't touch my iPad. It brought me back in.
Oh, well, now it's better, so that's good.
I don't know if you've mentioned him, but Connor Garland on the Coyotes.
Yeah, he's been playing super well.
Yeah.
I know his cousin. So.
Really?
His cousin? Who?
That's cool.
His cousin is the Zavarian goalie, and I know him because, Chris, you know Ryan Carter, right?
I do.
500. Yeah. He went to like elementary school with this kid named Shay, and he's Shay's cousin. So I can't be that mad because he's Shay's cousin. Like at the same time, kind of like Pecorine, and I wanted the Predators to win. But
Pecorine didn't even play. That's the thing.
I know.
Like Saros was the right decision, but he still wasn't going to be able to beat the Coyotes' offense. Like he showed some signs of promise throughout the series, but he didn't play that well.
I like the Predators a lot. I was disappointed that they lost, especially in 4. Couldn't even.
I wasn't. I knew it was coming. They're washed. Roman Yossi's their only talent.
I don't know.
And Matt Duchene. What the hell happened to Matt Duchene?
I know, right? Played awful.
Yeah, he kind of fell.
And same with Philip Forsberg. He's playing pretty well, but other than him, like, you know, Predators just like they went from like Cup finalists in 2017 looking really good to like this. Like they're just not good anymore. It's kind of sad, obviously. But anyway.
How it goes.
Chris, do you have another point? Sorry.
How it goes, I don't know. I'm insane.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah. And then we have the Jets and the Flames in our last qualifying round series. Jets took game 1, and then the Flames stormed back, took games 2, 3, and 4, beating out the Jets. And, I mean, we all expected it, but, you know, I thought Hellebuck was going to play a little bit better.
I'm pretty sure. I'm checking right now. I think, I had the Flames sweeping. So
yeah, you did.
I had a lot of confidence in them, except I lost a little bit after that first game. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think they're a really good team. Johnny Gaudreau's great. They have great defense, great everything, really. So I think that who are they playing now? Do we know?
Now they're playing the Stars, I think. That should be a good matchup.
Yeah. Anything can happen there. That's close.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I like Johnny Gaudreau. I like Tyler Seguin. So two of them going at it should be pretty good.
I don't know why you like Seguin.
I always liked. I was a kid on the Bruins.
I know you've always liked him, but he's such kind of a douche. Like
he is, but it's okay. I like him.
He's what? What?
He's a jerk.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but
he's a big party animal guy, but it's not like the person. I like the player Seguin. I like his style.
There's some allegations of him engaging in activities with a teammate's wife. I mean,
we talked about that in our Hot Takes episode.
He's just not the kind of guy you want. You know, he's a very good player though.
Yeah, I like his style of play because he's like a Bergeron kind of guy. You know, he's offensive.
He is really good.
Yeah, he's a big playmaker too, so I like him. But yeah, his personality's very out there. Also, he's gone a lot better though.
Who's going to carry the?
Oh yeah, he's much better than he was in 2013.
Yeah, I mean, years ago he was one of the most controversial players for sure. So yeah, a lot better.
All right, I would say speaking of the
Flames,
what is that?
Zach Ronaldo, biggest goon in NHL history.
Oh my god! And they have Milan Lucic. What a duo!
They do?
Yeah.
He actually played really well.
He did. What the hell?
No,
came out of nowhere after like the past 3 years being irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly. He's been playing terrible since he left the Bruins, and he really lit it up. I was very excited to see him back like that.
I know. I think the last time we traded him away for Martin Jones, and then we traded Martin Jones for a first-round pick, right?
I think so.
So we ended up getting a first-round pick for Wash Lucic. How?
I don't know.
That's stupid. Anyway, I say speaking of playoff series, why don't we dive into our predictions? But before we do so, if you haven't already, make sure to follow at Nosebleeds __ podcast on the Instagram. We've been posting a lot of stuff there recently, as well as a video that kind of explained this whole scoring system for the playoffs. So if you haven't already, make sure to go check that out. It's a full explanation of how the scoring system works and stuff like that. So, and also make sure to subscribe here on ACMi Sports. Hit that bell, like Chris said. I always forget to say that, so that's why I'm saying it now. Hit the bell so you'll know when all of these Nosebleeds podcast episodes go live. We're going to be coming out with new episodes every Monday and Wednesday, and we have a lot of other stuff planned, some extra stuff planned for all of our fans. So stay tuned here on ACMi Sports. Stay tuned to the Nosebleeds podcast Instagram. And yeah, on that note, I say we dive into our predictions. So let's just go over the first round matchups for the West and the East. First off, we have the number 1 seed Vegas Golden Knights versus the number 8 seed Chicago Blackhawks. Then we have the number 2 seed Colorado Avalanche versus the number 7 seed Arizona Coyotes. Then the number 3 seed Dallas Stars versus the number 6 seed Calgary Flames. And then we have the number 4 seed St. Louis Blues versus the number 5 seed Vancouver Canucks. And then in the East, we have the number 1 seed Flyers versus the number 8 seed Canadiens. Number 2 seed Lightning versus the number 7 seed Blue Jackets. Number 3 seed Capitals versus the number 6 seed Islanders, and then the number 4 seed Bruins versus the number 5 seed Hurricanes. So a lot of fun matchups here in this first round. Let's go over our records so far. Coming out of the qualifying rounds, in first place for the records, we have DONIS with a win-loss record of 26-17. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Like they're
That's
most of the
pretty
games
big. Especially with all the upsets that have happened.
be better.
I know, yeah.
Just over 60%.
I mean, compared to
There's
us, it's really good.
Yeah, there was a lot of upsets.
And he's still in first place for points.
All right, anyway, we have Chris in second place of the records at 20-22. And then I'm in last with a record of 17-26. So just a quick explanation. We're not going to all have the same amount of games because in the last time, like Chris, for example, picked Flames in 3. So he didn't predict game 4. So me and Donis have an extra win and loss than him in that scenario. So it's not going to be completely even, but, we'll go by winning percentage like the NHL did when they didn't play all the same amount of games. So it doesn't really matter. We're trying our best here. But then we go into the point system, which is you get a certain amount of points for having the having the team to win a series correctly. So based off that point scale, tied for first place, we have me and Donis with 7 points. And then we have Chris in last with 4 points. How did Chris get last? Because
Nick,
who did you have?
You
You had the
series,
Blackhawks.
Did you get a series completely right every game?
Did I? I think you did, not me. Oh, I did. I had the Islanders series right.
The only explanation for you getting this many points.
But you also had the Islanders series completely correct.
I did. I didn't watch.
Yeah, you did.
That was a random prediction.
I got 3 points. I got 3 points for the Islanders series, 2 points for the Flames series, and then 2 points for the Coyotes series. And then Chris got 1 point for the Hurricane series, 2 points for the Blackhawks series, 1 point for the Flames series. And then Donis had 1 point for the Hurricane series, 3 points for the Islanders series, 1 point for the Canadian series, 2 points for the Flames series.
The Islanders killed me.
2, 3, 6, 7. Okay. I was just making sure the math was right. Okay.
Yeah, the Islanders one killed me because I had the Panthers. And you guys both I got none.
Damn. Well,
Oof.
I'm surprised you're that far behind, though, because you had the Blackhawks and we didn't.
Yeah. Well, how many did I get on that? 1 or 2?
I think you only got 1, though, because you had them in 5.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, same with the Canadians for me. I had them in 5, so I only got 1 point. Even though it was,
Anyway, now we'll move into our predictions. So tomorrow we start with game 1 of the Blue Jackets versus the Lightning. Who you guys taking?
You want me to start?
I can go through like my whole thing. I can go through what I have the series.
Yeah. The series.
We're not going to go all the way up to 7, though. We're only going to go up to game 3 because we'll be back next episode before game 4 happens.
Tampa, game 1. Columbus, game 2. Tampa, game 3.
Okay, so he's going Tampa, then the Jackets, game 2, and then Tampa, game 3?
Yep.
All right, Chris, who do you have?
I'm going to go Columbus, game 1. They're hot right now. Then Tampa.
I think Tampa's going to want revenge.
I'm going to go Columbus, game 1. I think I'm going to agree with Chris. I'm going to go Columbus, game 1, then Tampa.
Hopefully we
And
can
then
get
we'll
ahead of
see when we get
Andrew in
there.
this.
I
We'll
know.
get you wrong.
We have to catch up. We have to pray for Jonas to get really bad.
Nick can catch my points because if he gets 1 series completely right, he's going to get 3 points. I don't know. I like these. I got all the series written out. I think one of these is going to be a winner.
Just one? Because
I think I'll get at least 1 fully right.
I think I'm going to get like 4 fully right. So.
Well, last time you said that, you ended up with 4
Dang.
points. But
Yeah. Shut up.
I'm just worried about my record because my record is terrible right now.
the record's awful.
So
Yeah.
I got to get the games right.
I'm under 500 still, but I'm not Nick bad. So
I'm like under
happy with
33%.
No, you're at 39.5.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
very bad.
I mean, it's still bad. Like that would be like a number one draft pick lottery contender right there if I was a sports team.
Penguins are my number one draft pick lottery contender. They're gonna get.
Well, that's
I know
the NHL because it's screwed up.
I know.
Can't believe they won the lottery. That's dumb. The question mark team won the lottery. Anyway, now let's move on to the Dallas Stars versus the Calgary Flames series. Do you want me to start so you don't think I'm copying you?
It doesn't matter.
Because if I go last every time, they'll
Yeah,
be
go
like,
ahead.
oh, Nick. Should I go first? Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead. It doesn't
All right.
matter.
I'm gonna say Dallas gets game 1. And then I'll say Dallas gets game 2. And then I'll say Calgary gets game 3.
I'm gonna say Dallas, Calgary, Dallas.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Dallas, Flames.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see it happen.
Flames are good. Don't sleep on them. Also,
This is also a game series. You know, this is not.
Yeah. It's not a game 5. Yeah. It's different. But still, you know, it's kind of crazy. All right. Then we have Hurricanes, Bruins. Here we go. Should I start? I already know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I have no idea. So
I'm going Hurricanes game 1. Then I'm going.
they said you knew.
I did, but now I'm second
you want me
guessing.
to go? I have the entire series. Written
Okay,
down.
go.
I have Bruins get game 1 because they've been playing terribly. They're gonna want revenge. They're gonna train super hard. Then they're gonna fall off the face of the earth and lose the next 2 games.
Wow.
Don't worry. I don't have them losing in 5, but I think they're gonna lose game 2 and 3.
Whoa. Oh, you don't have them losing in 5? Do you have them losing the series?
No, I'm saying I'm not gonna spoil my. Do you want me to give the rest of my prediction?
No, because
Okay.
games haven't even happened. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're gonna completely fall off and lose 4 in a row, but I think they're gonna get a win, then fall into a little 2-game slump.
I
Lose
think
the
it's going to
next
be
2.
the opposite. I think the Canes will get game 1, and then the Bruins will come back, get game 2.
I think the series is gonna go to 7 games, no matter which.
Me
no matter
too.
who wins.
I'm going to say Canes get game 3. Bruins will come from 2-1 down.
What did you say that game 2 was, Nick?
Game 2 goes to Bruins.
Oh, okay. So Canes, Bruins.
No, I'm going Canes, Bruins, Canes.
Oh, okay.
I'm low on the Bruins right now. Sad.
The Bruins did sweep them last year,
Giving you every reason to be.
right? The Bruins swept them last year.
Yeah, they did.
I think they could do it again. I'm not going to call a sweep right now, but I'm going to say that it's going to be Bruins right now.
Whoa.
It has to happen. I need a big comeback. I need something.
Dang. Hey,
You
he
heard
need a
it
bold
here first.
prediction.
This is a big Andrew prediction now. I'm getting crazy.
Yeah, he needs a bold prediction.
Bruins,
Come back. I
Bruins,
respect
and then Canes and 7.
that. Dang.
No, I think it'll probably – no, I'm not going to say right now. Just go ahead.
I think we would have a front office firing if that happens.
Yeah, right? Jeez.
That happened in what year was it? 2013?
2010 against
Was
the
that when
Flyers.
the Bruins went up 3-0
Yep.
Really?
and lost game
Yep.
7?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And then the next
like,
year
the
we
next
swept
the
your
Bruins
ass,
swept.
so
Yeah.
and then we won the cup.
Well, this year we have the first seed and we're playing the Canadiens game. The series one, so.
I hope you go 3-0 on the Canadians and then you get losing 7. I hope that happens.
But unfortunately, it's a 7-game series, so we kind of have to win 4.
I don't know, yeah, you go up 3-0 and then, lose 4 straight.
I haven't bet against the Bruins yet. I just realized. And they haven't won yet.
You're a faithful fan. That's fair,
I still have faith. I think they're going to do good, really good.
Me too. I just don't think they're going to start the series off well.
Yeah. I think, like Andrew said, they have a vengeance right now. They're going to be going nuts and then come out there. Rask, we'll see with his finger. If he plays well, hopefully he's fine. and then they make
Yeah.
a great run because round robins didn't really matter. Now it's playoffs, and they're
They
gonna.
matter. They matter. You can say, oh, it's not the real playoffs. We're guaranteed a spot. They matter. The teams what they're made of. What are the Bruins made of? Talent and falling off the face of the earth. Not delivering when it's game time. What are the Flyers made out of? Heart. Literally, Carter Hart. They've got heart, passion. They've got Lindblom. Lindblom's coming back. Dude just beat cancer. They can't beat the freaking Canadians.
That was Lindholm.
All right? Lindblom.
That's
Well,
a different
I'm gonna believe
play.
you because you're the Flyers name. All right. Then we have the Blackhawks versus Golden Knights series. Who wants to kick this one off?
I'll go.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I know this one.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go
Get out.
Golden
Get out,
Knights,
please.
Blackhawks.
Okay.
All right, this is not
Get out.
terrible.
Get out. Get out. Get out. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. This is why you have 4 points.
We'll see. Watch.
We will see.
All right,
We will see.
Donis.
Knights, Blackhawks. That's what I've got. I already know Chris is going to have the Blackhawks winning this series.
Well, dude, you can't deny them because they won the first round.
I mean, yeah, but
They
sort
play
of
how they've been
Canadian-
playing. They could
I
go-
would say that the Golden Knights are a little bit worse than the Flyers are right now, and the Blackhawks are significantly better than the Canadians. So
That doesn't mean anything. I have the Flyers absolutely steamrolling the Canadians without trouble.
yeah, okay. So that doesn't mean that they're going to get steamrolled. I have Blackhawks game 1, and then I have Knights game 2 and 3. I think the Blackhawks will start off hot and then kind of fall apart a little bit. I think it could go to 6 games, but, it'll take a little bit. All right, and then we have Islanders Capitals. Want me to start? I already know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Caps.
I was gonna do that. I think.
Jeez. Brutal.
Screw the Islanders. They suck.
Yeah.
Are you doing Caps?
I am.
Caps. What are you doing, Donis?
You know what I say to that? No,
Don't tell me
I-
Islanders.
Cap.
What are you saying?
Oh God.
That was the quality pun. Islanders game 1, and they somehow pull off a game 1 win, and then Caps.
All right, not super bold.
All right.
All right. And then we have Coyotes versus Avalanche.
I'm going to go Avs, Coyotes, Avs.
Avs,
Connor Garland's
Coyotes,
gonna have a
Avs.
2-goal game. Game 2. Shay's going to talk a lot of trash on Xbox. Then they're going to lose.
All right. I'm gonna say Coyotes, Avs.
Is that what Andrew said?
No, he said Avs,
No,
Goats, Avs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say Avs, Coyotes, Avs. I guess actually.
All right. All right, and then we have what do we have? is
Tampa
it?
and Columbus still.
No, we did that one. We have Canadians Flyers next. Donis'
Flyers.
favorite.
Flyers. Canadians game 3. I love him. I love Carey Price too much to not give him a game here. He's going to have a filthy game. He's going to let in 1 goal.
All right, I know what I'm doing here.
All right, go for it.
The Flyers are too cocky right now. They're gonna come out and be sloppy, and I think that Montreal's gonna win game 1, and then
Okay.
Flyers.
Okay. I thought you were gonna do something very bold.
No, I'm not gonna sweep or anything.
Don't go rogue here. Don't go rogue. You know? These are trying to give you points. If you don't win the series, like
The Canadians, they weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs, so they're gonna have something to prove.
Yeah.
But the Flyers are gonna be too cocky, and they're gonna throw game 1.
I'm gonna go Flyers, Canadians, oh my God! Whoa! Flyers, Canadians, Flyers.
Okay.
okay.
I think Canadians will get game 2. All right, and then we have
St. Louis, Vancouver.
Is it the last one? Yeah.
Do we do Dallas, Calgary? Yeah, right?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Last
But-
series, we have Canucks versus Blues.
I'll start if you want.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna go Canucks, Blues.
That's what I was going to do.
You can do it still.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
All right.
Incorrect.
All right, so I'm going to go Canucks, Blues.
I'm gonna
Actually,
go
no.
Blues.
I'm going to go Canucks, Blues, Canucks. Blues are slipping, but they're not going to lose 2 in a row.
I think they will. And then they're
All right.
gonna. Yeah. Go ahead.
Donis.
I think Bennington's gonna go off. They're gonna win the first 2 games and then lose game 3. St. Louis, Vancouver.
Damn. We have such different predictions. This is going to be
Yeah, I
interesting
know.
when
Pretty crazy.
it comes down to it. So tomorrow the games will start. We have the Lightning versus the Blue Jackets tomorrow at 3, and then from there we kind of take off. We'll be back next Monday with predictions from Game 4 on for all of these series because it works out perfectly, like timing wise. So we'll be getting those predictions back out to you next week, along with some updates with where we stand with standings and points and stuff like that. Well, we won't get any point
How
differences.
baseball's getting canceled, probably.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
we
that.
Another
We might
COVID
talk about
breakout.
baseball getting canceled.
I can sense it. It's
I don't
coming.
think we get.
I'm going, Kansas City Royals.
Patrick Mahomes pitches.
What?
What?
Patrick Mahomes pitches. Do you hear that? He wants to pitch for the Royals,
Really?
He probably
and now he
could.
owns them.
Yeah, he bought them. I was about to say co-owner.
Yeah.
How much does he own? Like 1%?
No.
I think a lot.
Think he only bought 1% of the team just
How
to
much
like have that on his resume?
I mean, people do that. Like a million people are like a 0.5% owner in the Braves.
Why? Do you make money off of them? Probably, right?
It's an
No.
investment. Sports teams always go up with the Redskins or Washington football team.
Will they ever get a team name? That's the question.
Yeah. It's just temporary for this year.
It's just temporary.
Washington
Some guy
mathematics.
bought every trademark. Every trademark they were considering using, like all the rumored ones, red tails, red fins. Like he bought
Red
all
Hawks, all those.
for that.
All right. On that note, that's our hockey episode for this week. Make sure to come back next week, next Monday, where we're going to have another episode recapping the past week of hockey, along with predictions for the week ahead. And if you like basketball, make sure to stop by on Wednesdays for our annual basketball episode. This Wednesday, we're going to be having another episode recapping everything that's
Annual?
happened in the bubble.
Weekly.
What did he say?
Did you say annual?
Annual?
That's
It'll come
you.
one a year. Yeah, that's yearly.
Oh, you know what I meant. The weekly the weekly basketball episode every Wednesday. Make sure to check it out for a full recap of everything going on in the NBA. And then I think this Saturday, we're going to have an NBA playoffs episode because it's not going to line up. We're going to have to do an extra episode on Saturday for the NBA just to kind of get our predictions in for the playoffs before they actually start. So stay tuned. Wednesday and Saturday this week, we're going to have some more basketball episodes for you. And then next Monday, we'll be back with some more hockey. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe to ACMi Sports on YouTube, hit that bell so you know when the episode goes live. We're going to be uploading these episodes on the same day they are recorded, so make sure to have that bell on so you know when it goes up on the Monday and when it goes up on a Wednesday or whatever. And make sure to follow Nosebleeds Podcast on Instagram at nosebleeds__podcast. We have a lot of content planned for the Nosebleeds Podcast before the summer ends, so make sure to tune in there for all the latest updates, memes, content,
Was
everything
Nosebleeds
like that.
_ podcast?
Nosebleeds _ what?
Was Nosebleeds?
I think isn't it just
_
one
podcast?
underscore?
Was that
No,
taken,
2
or-
underscores. It's
Are you
2
sure?
underscores. 1 underscore was taken.
Actually,
Yeah. So I had to do Nosebleeds _ podcast.
It was Sam. Trying to sabotage us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, that's the episode. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. From ACMi Sports, I'm Nicky Antonakis. We'll see you next week.